All right. And we are live. We are live and direct. Yes, indeed. Let me get it right, you guys. Hold on. There we go. We are live. We are live. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Yes, indeed. All right, man. We just getting it right on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on, man? We are back. We are live. Welcome back to the Winners Diet Show. I am your host, Mac Solomon, aka Project Mac. What is going on, you guys? Yes, indeed. Happy Sunday. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We just getting it together. Man, how's everybody doing, man? We're back and live and direct. Yes, indeed. Just getting it together right now. But we got a great show lined up for you guys tonight, man. It's gonna be a good one. Yes, indeed. We're just going over some things in the media and in the news and in the fitness culture. Just a few things going on right now. But man, shout out to everybody tapping in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Yes, indeed. Man, well, we here, man. We here. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. A lot of folks in Coachella this weekend. Um, I never got into that. And I lived in LA for like 8, 9 years, bro. I never once wanted to go to Coachella. Like it just never. One, I'm not really like a big concert guy. Like it takes a lot, or festival guy. Um, I rarely go to concerts, um, let alone festivals. So it takes a lot to get me out for like a concert. It has to be somebody I really want to see perform, like a Kanye, or an old school artist. But nobody of the new school I would go and pay to see today. I'm just being honest with you. I would not go and pay and see that person today. Um, so there's that. But anyway, man, we got a good show lined up for y'all tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Yes, indeed. Also, make sure you guys tap in with my free 7-day fat loss guide if you guys are looking to build muscle and lose weight. In 7 days, I'll show you how in 7 days on how to lose muscle and build weight. I mean, build muscle and lose weight in 7 days. Make sure you guys hit that link in the description. All right. But anyway, man, let's get into today's topics, man. We have our 3 segments: the Fit Report, reporting on fitness news, things happening in the fitness industry and media. The second one is What the Fitness, reacting to trendy, viral, winners diet focused fitness videos, giving my reactions on those. And then obviously the last main one, the main topic, the main event, we were talking about how gym content now is becoming too over sexualized, and we'll be breaking that down as the show goes on. So make sure you guys stick around for that around the 45-minute mark for the main topic or watch the playback. But besides that, man, let's get into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We in here. Please hit that like button if you are in here. Yes, indeed. Show some love. Send me a chat, whatever you want. Send me a question about fitness, whatever you guys want. Let's get into it, man. Let's get straight into it. All right, we got the first article here. All right, this one is from ABC News. Less than 50% of Americans are getting enough exercise. New CDC reports find. Less than half of adults in the U.S. are getting enough exercise. A new CDC report found only 47% of Americans are meeting the recommended 150 minutes of moderate physical activity every week, according to the report. Is there more to this? Oh, here we go. Hold on. There's more.
More than half of Americans are not getting the daily amount of recommended activity that they're needing every single week. A new CDC analysis is our most up-to-date analysis, and it found that only 47% of Americans are getting their recommended 150 minutes of moderate physical activity. Michael, that's activity where you're breathing harder, but you're still able to hold on to a conversation every single week. And the reason why this matters more than most realize is because that physical activity is the most powerful tool that we have to reducing our risk of heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and even certain cancers. Now, when you break down the demographics of this analysis, it found that those in the West were more likely to reach that minimum than those in the East and the South. Yeah. Likely weather is a factor here. And then also there's an economic factor here. Those who tend to gain more or earn more and those who have a higher level of education also tend to meet this minimum. We know that time scarcity is a real thing, and the lower income communities are associated with less discretionary time. That unfortunately leads to less built-in hours that you can move your body. The big finding here is that more than half of them.
Well, there you go. Okay, so more than half of people in the US are getting the minimum requirements for exercise. And they're finding that most of them are coming from the East Coast and down south, which is not a surprise because we know East Coast, horrible weather, um, a lot of gloomy, rainy snow, so you're less likely to be outside exercising unless it's like 3 months out the year. And then, I mean, down south is down south, right? I mean, we can already tell you the type of lifestyle that is down south, right? Places like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, really the dirty south, is where you're gonna find a lot of less exercise because of lifestyle factors. Food is a big thing, right? Excuse me. Food is a big one, especially down south. I don't know if some of you guys live down south or have been down south, especially in these rural areas. But I can tell you just by the people down there, and no disrespect to anybody that lives down south. I got a lot of people and family down south, but we can't ignore the fact that there is a very big culture where people do not exercise at high levels. So we have to really acknowledge that, and obviously you're going to see more people exercise on in the West Coast. California, right, is probably the biggest one, um, just because of the weather and the lifestyle, the people. But yeah, man, it's becoming a crisis, bro. And you're gonna see a lot of conflicting stories about people saying, gym memberships are at an all-time high, but then you see articles like this where it says that most people are not meeting the recommended daily activity. So which one is it? And I know you can probably have I know two things can be true in this situation. Just because people sign up for gym memberships doesn't mean they're actually going. And that could be, that is very common within the gym industry. Most people that sign up for a gym, about 80% of them don't go. So there's that. And the ones that do go, they really don't really train as hard as they need to. So um it's a lot going on, man. It's like I said, it comes down to um what do you want to make of this, right? What do you want to make of your your future body, your future health? It starts really today, and it's never too late to start, which is what I want people to understand. Um, you don't have to start when you're having health problems or you're having high blood pressure. Your doctor is telling you you got high cholesterol, or your physician tells you that you got to lose some weight to, ease off some back pain. Like, don't wait till that happens for you to make a change. Like, you can really start today if you really wanted to. But again, the reality is most people wait until something drastic happens to them and then they want to go make a change. And that's just the unfortunate truth, man. So, I mean, like I said, we're not going in the right direction when it comes to our health as a society, as a nation. Um, it's going to get worse and worse. People are lazier. Technology, AI, modern conveniences. So it's not gonna be looking good in the next few years. So, like I said, you can change this. You can start this today. It doesn't have to be something that you do, you know, when a crisis happens. Don't wait till the last minute. You can literally start tomorrow, man, and get it going. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Shout out to Enjoy, uh, and then shout out to Komala. How do you say your name? Komala Kambari. Hello, can't pronounce that, but anyway, hello. How you doing? All right, let's move on to the next article here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's move on. Give me 1 second here while I get this thing up and running. All right, where are we at with it? Where we at? Where we at? All right, here we go. All right, let me go ahead and refresh this. All right, so Kevin O'Leary says, I am the looks max guy. I ride my bike 12 miles every day in Miami. I look svelte. I go to the gym, I work out, I look max every day for the max look. I'm really into this and it's very important. You should look great so you feel great. So let's take a look at what Kevin O'Leary says about looks maxing.
Gen Z boys are now obsessing over their looks through a trend called looks maxing, where they swap tips online and go to extreme lengths to improve their skin, jawlines, and bodies, which is something women have been doing since the dawn of time. I just came up with that phrase. You look like you're the opposite of looks maxing.
No. I've been doing. Excuse me. I am the looks max guy.
What do you do to your body? Tell me everything.
Listen, I ride my bike 12 miles every day in Miami.
Really?
I look svelte.
Yeah. Is that all you do? Any upper body?
Yeah, upper body. I go to the gym. I work out. I look max every day for that max look.
Yes.
I mean, look, I'm really into this, and it's very, very important. You should look great so you feel great.
Absolutely. It's connected.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
All right.
All right, so even the boomers are out here looks maxing, right? And they're doing it through exercise. So shout out to Kevin O'Leary for, making fun of a very popular term. But he's right, man. You should look great so you feel great. And part of that is just taking care of your body. Part of that is just exercising daily, right? At least 3 times a week, man. Y'all can't tell me you can't work out 3 times a week. Seriously. Some of you guys will binge watch Netflix for 5 straight seasons in one sitting while being on your phone, scrolling on TikTok for 3-4 hours. And you're telling me you can't dedicate 3 days out the week, 1 hour each time to go work out. I don't believe it. I can't. I don't want to hear about you don't have time. Come on, man. If I look at your whole day, it's gonna consist of TikTok, scrolling, Netflix, matcha, like just BS, man, and just you wasting time. So the excuse, man, of I don't have time to do this. Oh man, I got this going on, I got that going on, man. Bullshit. Tough titty, man. Make it work. You got the boomers. The boomers are out here looks maxing over y'all asses, man. Making y'all look silly. It's embarrassing. Y'all should be embarrassed. Come on, man. Y'all can't tell me you can't find at least not even an hour, right? Fuck the hour. At least half an hour to dedicate to your health. Give yourself 30 minutes a day, man. 3 days a week at the minimum. Just to get healthier, just to put yourself in a better position so you can fight against any type of heart disease, dementia, high blood pressure. You're telling me you can't dedicate 30 minutes? Really, bro? Really? I see. I can't believe that, man. Most of y'all fuck off your time anyway. Seriously, most of y'all waste y'all time every single day doing absolutely nothing. So this is why I have a hard time believing you guys. Okay, you work out. Okay, you work 8 hours a day, right? 24 hours in a day. You work 8 hours a day. But you come home, your commute to work is an hour, 2 hours. That's 10 hours. You come home, eat dinner, chill, another couple hours. Like, come on, man. We can figure that out. We can figure that out, man. So yeah, man, looks maxing it really is just another way of just getting your ass in that damn gym. That's all that is. I don't agree with all the other stuff, the jawline shit. That shit is OD. That is doing the utmost. My definition of looks maxing is just looking presentable, haircut, clean clothes, smelling good, being fit. That's it, man. That's all you really need as a man, at least, right? As a man, that's all you really need. So, all right, man, let's move on to the next one. Shout out to everybody in here. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get to the next article here of the Fit Report. All right, here we go. New data shows the optimal calorie intake to build muscle and lose fat is 250 calories below maintenance. All right. A 10-week study on resistance trained individuals compared a high protein diet at maintenance calories to the same protein intake in a 250 calorie deficit with both groups following identical training programs. The 250 calorie deficit lost significantly more fat while gaining the same amount of muscle as the maintenance group. Both groups consumed 2.5 grams per kilo of protein and increased muscle mass. The ability to gain muscle without a calorie surplus directly challenges the traditional model that separates fat loss and muscle growth into mutually exclusive phases. Okay. Um and this is what I always say, man. If the goal is to lose weight, lose fat, right? Um, you don't really need more than about 200 to 250 calories of a deficit. Excuse me. To lose fat, to lose weight, you should not be you should not be anywhere. How do I say this? Um, to lose fat, to lose weight, right? You should not be in 200 to 250 grams of. Yeah. No. No, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Right. Yeah. I'm right. I'm right. Yeah, man. You only need about 200 to 250 calories under your maintenance to lose weight. Some of you guys are going way overboard with your calories, right? You guys don't need to be in a 500 calorie deficit to lose weight. That is way too low. Or that is way too high, rather. That's way too high. That's doing way too much too soon. You only need to be about 200 to 250 calories under your maintenance level to sustainably lose body fat and lose weight. Right? Now, you can do the 500 calorie drop, but that's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to handle that long term, especially if it's your first time doing it. Right? So I always tell people start off slow, start off about 200 calories, and then work your way up to 250 and so on and so forth. Some people can do bigger drops. They're used to it. They have, ways to work around that hunger. But for the average person, you should not be, excuse me, you should be anywhere from 200 to 250 calories under your maintenance at least in the beginning, just so you can have long sustainability, right? Anything more than that, um, you're gonna burn out pretty quickly. So don't jump the gun too soon, man. And understand that weight loss, fat loss is gonna take time. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes discipline. Um, so it's not gonna happen overnight. So you got to be prepared to be in that for the long term. You know, start with about 6 to 8 weeks of just being consistent, and then you can ramp up and adjust your calories if needed going forward. So just understand that, man. It's very simple. It's a very simple process to lose body fat, lose weight. Obviously, having a nice strength training program is obviously needed and key. But when it comes to the overall loss of body fat or weight loss, um, being in a calorie deficit is going to be the biggest factor. So just understand that. The Ollie YT, I'm trying to get you more views. Shit, man. I'm trying to get myself some more views too. This thing is hard, man, but I appreciate it. All right, man. Let's move on to the next video or next segment, rather. Shout out to everybody in here. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's move on to the next segment of What the Fitness, reporting on fitness news or fitness trends going on, viral fitness videos. Let's get to the first one here. Where are we at here? All right, this guy says another reason why you guys need to not listen to Instagram about peptides and, steroids, and really just do the natural way. All right. So this guy says instead of dropping $300 on Rita, try investing in a kitchen scale and practice portion control to lose some weight. Yeah, he's absolutely right, man. Like, the funny thing to me is, and I see this a lot on social media, right? I see this damn near almost every day when I open up this damn app, is that people are so lazy. They're so addicted to shortcuts. They will rather pay more to take a shortcut than pay less and do the actual work for sustainability, right? They rather take shortcuts only to go back and pay more on the back end than take maybe the longer route, pay less, but have long-term results. Like it's very backwards thinking. The girl will go to Miami or the DR, get the BBL, spend thousands of dollars on the flight, the hotel room, the stay, the procedure, come back, and then in a few months she's going to gain more weight, and then she got to go drop that bag all over again. Like, some of you guys would rather go spend money on peptides, on TRT, but you haven't fixed your sleep, you haven't fixed your diet, you haven't fixed your workout habits, but you rather spend more money on something that is going to give you a short-term gain. It makes zero sense to me when you could take that same $300, right? Not even 300. Go get you a food scale for about $10 on Amazon. Go get you some protein powder, some whole foods, lean cuts of meat, complex carbohydrates, some green vegetables. Figure out your calorie intake, measure out your food, calculate your calories, calculate your protein intake, and just have a basic workout routine, and you'll have way longer results down the line. And you won't need peptides, you won't need TRT, you won't need any type of anabolic steroid to get you some results. It's just backwards thinking, man. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. You're overpaying and getting less. That's the bottom line here. You're overpaying and you're getting less because you want to take shortcuts. You know, but this is the era that we live in, man. We are addicted to short term pleasures and results. You know, we want quick fixes. We want, we don't want to have delayed gratification. We want it now. That's where we are. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you all this shit right now, man. There is no longevity. There is no longevity by having instant gratification. There's no longevity by having instant gratification. Telling y'all right now, it's always going to come back and bite you in the ass. And you're going to overspend and waste more time. Now you got to start all over again. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. So, you can take the shortcuts. You can spend $300 to $500 a month on Rita, or you can just take that same money, $300 a month, spend it on Whole Foods, groceries. You can get a lot for $300 a month if you're by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about my views, bro? Like, who the fuck cares who's in here? I don't give a fuck about who's in here, by the way. Whether it's 9 people or 900 people, I don't give a fuck. So who cares? But anyway, the moral of the story, man, is this. Focus on delayed gratification. The results will come if you're patient enough, if you're dedicated enough. It's never going to come when you're trying to get there tomorrow, the next day, or thinking you have short-term fixes. It's never going to get there. You're always going to pay more on the back end. So there's that. All right, let's move on to the next video here. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. We got a woman here. Let me refresh this real quick. She said, a man's telling me he's on a cut. All right, let's take a look at what she has to say about this.
It stresses me out so much when a man says he's cutting. Why? What do you need abs for? What do you need abs for? You are gonna need that fat on your stomach for later. Oh yeah, I have a little fat on my biceps. It makes my arms look a little bit too big, a little bit too juicy. I don't know. That just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It stresses me out so.
Yeah, guys. Be aware of this. Be aware of this, man. Like, women are very interesting people. I'm telling y'all right now. Because before you guys get into relationships with them, they're mainly going to be attracted to the one thing that got you there, right? They're going to be attracted to how you look, how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, right? That's going to get you in the door. But as soon as y'all commit, as soon as y'all make it official, give it a 6 months down the line, a year, couple years down the line, now she doesn't want you to still have that same body frame. Now she wants to make sure that you kind of look a little pudgy, a little oblong, right? She don't want you to have abs no more. Now that you guys are together, she doesn't want you to have the body that attracted her in the first place. And this is the conundrum, man, that we have to understand as men dealing with women, and men that are fit dealing with women, right? The body will be one of the things that get you in the door. But once you get in the door and you commit and you guys, are in the relationship for a couple years down the line, now she doesn't want you to have that same look because it's another form of mate guarding, right? She doesn't want other women to look at you and find you attractive. That's why they're going to be feeding you hella carbs and sweets and making sure you're off your diet. You know what I'm saying? So it gets very tricky when you're trying to get in shape because, you're going to gain that relationship weight, whether you like it or not. It just is what it is, man. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. You will gain that relationship weight. It may not be, 20 pounds, but you will gain a little weight here and there. Now it's your job to be disciplined enough so that doesn't happen. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. She's gonna make sure it's damn near impossible that it doesn't happen. She's gonna do everything that she can to make sure that you do gain that weight and gain even more weight. It's just another form of mate guarding, man. It just is what it is. She's gonna overfeed you. She's gonna feed you sweets. Do everything that she can to make sure you're not as desirable to the opposite sex. And it just is what it is, man. Some of you guys are there right now. Some of you guys are in this position right now. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We've all been there. Trust me, we've all been there. But you got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined, man. You got to be disciplined. You got to know when to put your foot down and when to say, "Hell no, I'm not eating that, man. I'm eating this rice and chicken." You got to know when to say no, man. So it is what it is. But yeah, this is a real thing. This is a real thing, by the way. Yes, this happens more than you think, and it's gonna be very hard too, man. Especially when you're dating as well. Um, which is why I always say, man, it's kind of hard to date as a fit guy because sometimes we have our days where we're trying to cut, so we might not be drinking, we might not be eating certain foods, right? We might not be participating in certain things that is quote unquote big bag activities. Shout out to my boy C Marty. Um, so yeah, it definitely makes your dating life a little bit harder, man, when you're a fit guy that's trying to stay fit or trying to cut, trying to get in shape. It's gonna be a little difficult, because the girl that you're seeing, she might want to be drinking. And when you guys are out, it might be hard because it's like, okay, what like you gonna make her drink alone? Like, so it definitely makes it a little bit trickier. Hopefully you find someone that doesn't mind it, but a lot of times they're gonna mind it. A lot of times they're gonna mind. So you got to figure that out as it goes. But yeah, man, these are issues that most guys are gonna come to reality with when they're in that field, man. When they're in the dating field, being fit, it's just a reality. So there's ways around it, obviously, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not gonna cause just a little bit of a rift, you know. So you have to know when to pick and choose, man, or really just stick to your guns and just let her know what it is. So it's up to you. All right, man. Let's move on to the next video here. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You feel me? All right. Here's another video where a guy talks about women don't give a fuck about muscles. All right. All right. So let's take a look at what he says. This is kind of counterproductive to what I just said. So let's take a look at what he has to say.
I work out, so I'm not hating, but bitches don't care about muscles. Black girls don't give a fuck about muscles. Black girl might think you're gay for having too many muscles. White girls, Asian girls, Hispanic girls, they all only care about muscles. Let me tell you why they care about muscles, though. They really don't give a fuck about muscles. Let me tell you why they do. The only reason why they do care about the muscles is because in their mind, they know they do a lot of dumb shit. So if they ever need someone to take up for them, they have a strong boyfriend that they can always be like, well, yeah, my boyfriend or my dude. That's like in their head, in the back of their head, right? Black girls don't think like this. But all them other races think like that. That's the reason why they care about the muscles. They really don't give a fuck about the muscles, bro. It's all about you protecting them. Again, this goes back to women not really giving a fuck about you, bro. It's about what you can do. Ah, shit, bro.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the comments here before I make my opinions on this. Men that overly work out are DL. I don't know why. Like, what is the correlation between being DL? Let me just make a response to this. What is the correlation between being DL and working out consistently? I don't understand why that is a thing now. Men that work out consistently are now DL. Where give me a study, give me some research that finds that is correlating to that, right? Pull up an article, pull up some data, pull up a research, pull up something that correlates your claim, that substantiates your claim. Because I've been hearing this so many times. Oh, he's always in the gym. He must be gay. He must be DL. Like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Where is this even coming from? How did this start? Like, who made this up? I don't understand it, man. But this is that is a crazy ass take. That is a crazy ass take. And Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. I don't know where that even came from. People are confused. People are confused. Um, People are really coping, man. And it's really cope. It's really cope out here. I don't know. People are my God, man. It's really scary out here, bro. It's really scary out here. People are really going people are battling demons and going through a lot. Um because such a crazy take to have with no valuable evidence. Like people just copy what they hear online and just regurgitate it on social media because it gets views and attention and outrage, just a lot of rage bait. It's crazy that people think this way. But anyway, let's get back to the video. What he was saying, that's not what their eyes say. He's right. Look, man, women are always going to be attracted to nice bodies. Doesn't matter what type of race you are. It's always going to be the first thing that they notice on you. So, that's not always the case. Facts. How many fine girls you see with regular body niggas? Yeah. And I'll get into that a little bit. Older black women love them. Younger chicks believe abs are strength. Every 10 pounds I go up the scale, I get more female attention. I'm 6'2" 200 with abs. Women absolutely care about your physique. They want a man that has everything. If you think the guys that have good physique and a good face card aren't getting laid, you aren't living on planet Earth. Yeah. So this is such a very nuanced argument. What I'm gonna say is this, man. Your body definitely is gonna be the first thing that they're attracted to. So if you're a guy with a nice body, if you're a guy that's in great shape, you're always gonna get females' attention first before anybody else. Before the guy that has a regular body, before the guy that's fat, out of shape, you're always gonna get the first dibs as far as attention. Now when it comes to, you know, if it's the only now if the argument if it's the only thing that they care about, that's where you're wrong. And this comes into age as well, right? If you're an older guy, having a nice body doesn't matter as much. It's a plus. It's nice to have, nice to look at, but it all depends on, he's right, what you can do for him, right? Because after 30, bro, it doesn't really matter what you look like. Man, if you can, take care of somebody, or if you got some money, you're good to go. You know, like you ain't even gotta be in crazy good shape, just be in decent shape. Just don't be fat. I'll say that. Just don't be fat and you'll be all right. But if you're in your 20s, yeah, that's gonna matter a lot for sure. That's gonna put you at the top of the food chain if you're in your 20s. It's gonna get you a lot of attention from women that is in your age group as well, for sure. Um, but again, man, in the end, bro, like girls just want to have fun. they really don't care about that body shit. It really doesn't do much for them um, in the long run. But if you're a guy that's fun, that has access, that has resources, um, that's to me, in my opinion, she's gonna choose a guy that has the fun, the resources, the money over the guy that has a nice body. It is what it is. You know, that's gonna be the guy that she goes to first. Not saying that she won't choose you, not saying that you don't matter in this case, but if you have a guy that is, successful, he has resources, access over the guy that is just in great shape, bro, she's gonna choose a guy with the resources every single time. Not saying she won't get with you on the side because that happens as well, but I'm just saying, man, like we gotta live in reality here. This is what happens, you know. Yes, the onion booty says that's just being truthful. It's not everything, but it's most important for sure. It's most important, man. Like I said, man, girls just want to have fun. They want to have fun. You can have fun in the bed with a nice body, but even then, that gets old after a while. They want a guy that can have a good time with. You know, shit. I know plenty of guys that got great bodies, but they ain't got no money, so they can't do shit. And it just is what it is, man. It's just how it is. So I always say, man, be a guy that can do both. I know there's not a lot of guys that can do both, right? Because most of the time you're gonna have one without the other. You're gonna have a guy that is successful and rich, but he's not gonna have a great physique, and then you got the guy with the great physique, but he's not gonna have any money. So I always tell guys, man, be both. Be the whole package. So it's very difficult to do, but it's very doable. Yeah, game probably. Hey, man, money is game. I know guys think that money is not game. Money is game. You know, money is game. Money unlocks a lot of characters. Money unlocks a lot of things that people don't understand. So when they say, "Oh, you ain't got no game, you can't get girls without money," and bro, that's cope. Money is absolutely game. That's why everybody's trying to go get money. If money didn't mean shit, why is everybody trying to get money? Why is everybody trying to get rich? If money didn't matter, if money is not game, why is everybody trying to acquire money? So, people don't understand a lot of shit that they be saying, bro. Like, you know, money is absolutely game. We just don't see it that way because, a lot of people don't have it. So when you don't have it, you try to demonize people for using it, and it's just listen, man, when you older, bro, when you're an older guy, especially after 30, you're in grown man territory. That little boy shit don't work no more. You're in the major leagues now. So like people are gonna expect you to have some money on you, bro. So all that game and running mouthpiece and that is high school talking points, man. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, bro. It is what it is. So my advice to you is go get some. Go get it, man. Go get some. We all trying to get it here. So, go get some, bro. And I guarantee you, once you get some, you're gonna feel the same exact way. All right, man. Let's get to the main event. Shout out to everybody in here. Yes, indeed. We are here at the 45-minute mark. All right, let's get to the main event, man. Today we are talking about how has uh the gym has gotten very oversexualized within the last couple years. And I've been noticing this a lot, man, just with content creators in certain gyms and these big independent gyms. Not only with just the outfits, right? And you especially see this a lot with the women now. One, the outfits. The outfits are getting outrageous with these women in the gym. It's getting kind of crazy. Because I remember a time before COVID, bro. Really before 2016, before camera, before this is really back in the day. Like, I'm gonna show my age here, but really before you were able to record videos on Instagram. I know that seems a long time ago, but the gym was never that bad before as far as like outfits and things like that. But once you were able to record videos on Instagram and post it up, which followed through Vine and TikTok, bro, the gym has just went downhill with the culture and just the over sexualization of everything. Like it's kind of just crazy. Everybody is just freaked out, man. At this point, everybody's freaked out, and it's crazy. You're seeing it in the outfits. You're seeing it in the content creation, right? The content creation is probably the worst part of everything. It's just a weird time we're in right now. Everybody is just overly horny, man. And I get it. The gym can do that to you, right? Because it does play a vital impact on your hormones, but I've never seen it to this degree, and it's very concerning to a certain degree, man. And but the outfits are just outrageous now. But like I said, the content is in a different league. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. Again, you have a very good looking young lady here, booty shorts. This is not a bad outfit, but what I'm talking about is this: the type of content that she's making kind of just proves my point here. So let's take a look. Okay, we all know what that means. Okay, now she's wiping down the handle in a very sensual manner. Okay, now she's, what I'm saying? Handcuffed, like, Jesus Christ. All right, man. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I've never seen the gym culture like this. Never seen it. But here we are in 2026, man, and this is just out of control, man. You're doing everything but working out. Yeah, everything but working out, man. Now, if I look, right, this is the crazy part. If I look at her making these videos, I'm the pervert. I'm gonna go on TikTok and be labeled as a creep. Oh, look at that creepy guy in the corner looking at me making this TikTok video. Now I'm the bad guy. And this is everything that's wrong with the gym culture in 2026, man. Women can do this and it be completely acceptable. But when I look at her making this type of content, when I look at her, doing certain exercises and moves, over exaggerating certain things, now I'm the creep. And this is why a lot of guys, especially now, are just working out at a home gym or at their apartment gym because they just don't want to deal with this type of mess no more, bro. Like, the gym industry is cooked, man. The gym is cooked, man. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. I know it's a joke, obviously, but man, it kind of just represents the state of the gym industry, man, in today's time, and it's kind of just it's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not gonna lie, but it is what it is, man. I know a lot of guys now, they just don't want to deal with this, man. They don't want to be on camera being labeled as a creep, as a pervert. So they're just really working out in their own home gym, apartment gyms, outside. Like, they're just doing everything that they can now to get away from that type of energy, man. And it's and God forbid a man approach a girl at the gym, that is damn near social suicide at this point, damn near social suicide. She'll wear everything in there, the booty shorts, the see-through back outfit, but the moment you approach her, you're the bad guy. Hey, what can you do, man? What can you do? She'll never get her calves up doing that. Huh. Yeah, I mean, anything for content, I guess. Anything for content, man. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody tapping in. We appreciate you guys. I gotta get up out of here, but make sure you guys go ahead and get my 7-day free fat loss guide if you guys want to learn how to build muscle and lose body fat. In 7 days, I'll show you how. Hit that link in my description or go to winnersdietclub.com. Make sure you guys follow me on socials, Winners Diet Club at Project Mac. We'll see you guys again on Tuesday night, and we are out this thing. You guys have a great night. Bless up. Peace.